Sixers fans, the timing could not be any better. I just walked into my apartment 15 seconds ago, and 5 seconds ago, the 76ers announced that they signed Willie Cauley-Stein, Willie Trill, to a 10-day contract. We gotta talk about this because, low-key, I'm really excited. I love the CRT center list in the NBA. It's an interesting market. It is a fascinating world of the backup center. But let's talk about Willie Trill because, I think it's kind of interesting. I really kind of like this move from Daryl Morey. Let's get into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family, the community. Get me to 2K subs, ladies and gentlemen. That's the goal right now. That's the goal by the end of, this month, next month, whatever. Willie Trill, the former Kentucky product on that absolute star-studded team of like 9 NBA dudes, is an athletic freak. He was like the 8th or 9th overall pick by the Sacramento Kings because the Sacramento Kings have always had no idea how to evaluate talent. I mean, they drafted some pretty bad dudes in the past 25 years. So, that being said, I like Willie Trill a lot. I think he is a really, really doable, serviceable backup big man, but it's also a 10-day contract. So, like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? It's just the way it goes. But I think it's going to work out. I think he's going to be a guy that we're going to re-sign for the long term. And I think he is literally perfect for this team. He gives me big-time JaVale McGee vibes. And JaVale McGee, if you ladies and gentlemen don't know, has been absolutely killing it there in Phoenix this year. Willie Trill is a younger kid who is an uber athlete, but also is borderline 7 feet tall. And if that doesn't scream James Harden pick and roll, man, I don't know what does. There's absolutely no risk to this, and there is a high reward, and that high reward is a playable, defensive impacting anchor for a second unit that really needs some athleticism. My biggest gripe with the Sixers team, second unit especially, is the lack of athleticism, the lack of rebounding, and the lack of interior defense. And the only 3 things that Willie Cauley-Stein can do is be athletic, rim run, and play interior defense. So I'm on board for that 150,000%. I think this is going to be an extremely underrated signing. I love this deal. I really, really love this deal a lot. But it's also out of complete left field. It's the most Daryl Morey move ever. Nobody was saying Willie Cauley-Stein was on the radar for the Sixers. People were saying Derek Favors, this, that. I know Rom said Derek Favors. I said God knows how many guys I've proposed. But Willie Cauley-Stein, not on there, but I think he is an awesome, awesome pickup. He is an athletic young kid with a lot to prove, and he's going to just fit in seamlessly with what we need. He's going to be a good enough pick and roll man for Harden off a second unit that can just absolutely rim run. And he is the type of guy that Harden can turn from okay to good, to an above-average backup center. And I think that's going to be something that Willie Cauley-Stein needs in his career right now to revitalize everything. Man, I am really, really on board for this deal. I'm really excited, to be honest, to see him play defense with his tattoos just yadded up. This dude is the definition of swag, ladies and gentlemen. Plus, he's a really solid shot blocker and just a pretty decent interior defender as is. Offensively, he's not a polished game, but we don't need that, man. We don't need that. We just need a guy who's going to go out there and just hustle his ass off for rebounds. And Willie Trill has always been that dude. So I'm looking forward to this. I think he has a lot to prove in his career, and I think this is going to turn out to be a really good move on the Philadelphia 76ers part. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, peace.